anytime you need to grab a drink, please do. Just really listen to your body. Stop and start whenever it feels right for you. And also there is a health questionnaire in this group as well. I will try and bump that to the top. Those of you, I know a lot of you have filled it out already. It's just on Jot Forms. You can fill it out very, very easy. It's a link, click on the link and you fill it out online and then it gets emailed to me. I then save that in a password protected file for all my participants that come to my community classes and obviously everyone who does anything online with me. It just makes sure that I know if there's anything that I need to take into account with regards to your exercises. Now, a couple of things. We are going to be focusing obviously on the back. We are going to be focusing on doing a lot of back strength work. If you have anything diagnosed with regards to your back, say for instance, you slipped a disc a while ago, or maybe you've got a herniated disc, or maybe you've got a degenerated disc like me, then essentially just be careful of the amount of forward flexion that you do. I don't want you to over-emphasize rolling all the way down to the floor. And what we might want to do is just stay to a halfway point. So we come to this kind of halfway point position, rather than rolling all the way up and all the way down. I'm hoping that's okay with everybody. Any questions before we get going? Is there anyone who needs to ask anything at all? Please shout now or forever hold your peace. That sounded like someone was getting married then. Okay, so Ben is joining us. He's got his bed in the conservatory today, so he's going to be chief observer to make sure everyone's doing everything right. No questions? We all good? Are we okay? Okay, then without further ado, I'm going to put some music on, guys. And we will get going. Okay. So I'm just going to move all the comments out of the way. Okay, just so you can make sure you can see me all right there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so good morning. Let's start off in our perfect Pilates posture as we normally do on a Tuesday morning at Bedford Lodge. Let's place our feet together. Turn our toes out to the corners of the room. Now, while you do this, I want you to really think about that engagement coming up through the inner thighs. Squeeze the muscles in the bottom and really feel that deep connection that you've got there. And then keep that strength coming through the legs, coming through the bottom. And then just realign your heels with your toes. And that brings your feet directly underneath your hip bones. So you can take an even distribution of your weight here. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Maybe you want to come forward or back and just be aware of how that feels. Pick up the toes, let them breathe into the floor. And then feel that energy coming up from the floor into the legs. Nice, strong thighs ready to work. So we put our tension into our muscles, not into our joints. We're going to come up through the body. And I want you to bring the pelvis into your neutral spine. So let's take a moment to rock our pelvis. Little rock forward and back. Be aware of how that feels as you move. So as you're tilting your pelvis forward and back, think about how that feels. All the way forward is point A, all the way back is point C. Let's find point B, somewhere in between. And we're going to hold that position, keep that strength position there. And then lengthen up through the rest of the body. Grow lovely and tall. Place one hand on your rib cage, one hand on the front of your belly. And let's connect with the breath. So we're going to start to breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the nose or the mouth. Close the eyes if you wish. And just really feel that connection with your breath. So nice deep breaths. The next time you exhale, we're going to brace the abdominals. So we're going to feel them being firm and connected and nice and strong. And you're holding in from hip to hip all the way across. Keep that connection. We know that's bracing the abdominals in Pilates. We know this is lateral breathing. So we're going to keep that connection. And then relax the hands. Take a moment now just to circle out through your wrists. So I want you to circle in both directions. Be aware of how the wrists feel. Bring the hands together and let's create a little bit of good heat. We're going to take the hands together and open them out. So a little squeeze through the fingers. Spread those thumbs and little fingers as wide as you possibly can. Well done. We hold the hands together and we are going to rotate through your wrists. Now do that in both directions. So you loosen up. Take the hands together and point right to left. So just be aware of how your wrists and your forearms feel. Perfect. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's roll the shoulders. So big circles round, rotate through. Now rotate the other way. So you're going to come all the way forwards and in. Be aware of how that feels for you. Keep rotating. And then from here, you're going to circle backwards and forwards. So you'll do one of each. And just really listen to your body. Be aware of those shoulders, that neck. Take one more. Perfect. Relax the shoulders, drop the chin down on the chest. And then look up to the ceiling. So allow your head to fall and then let it rise. Your mouth stays open. Just a little bit as you look back. Well done. Right arm is going to lift. We then change to the left. So a little squeeze into the shoulders. You retract back. Some of you might want to have your palm facing in. Some of you might want to have your palm facing forward. You choose. And if you want to stay here, this is absolutely fine by me. But if you would prefer, you can rotate. And we can open up through the shoulder. So big circles round. Be aware of that shoulder. Let that release. Good work. Take 2 more. Right arm goes over, and then we change. So we've got a lateral movement from side to side. Brace the belly, and you're leaning. I'm going to bring that arm round the front, and then round the back. Keep the abdominals pulled in strong. So we're not going to lose that connection. And only lean as far as you wish. You choose. The arms come forward and then open. Bend the knees as much as you need to. I'm turning side on so you can see me. So let the head come down and then let the head go back. Well done. From here, let your feet release. Pedal through. Relax through them. Let each toe just release into the floor. You're going to anchor your heels down to the ground. Bring your right leg forward. Point and flex that foot. Rotate the ankle anytime you're ready. Remember, you can always go to the wall. So do what feels good for you here. Yeah? Well done. Change the legs over. So we're going to point and flex. So work through this ankle, just take your time. And then rotate whenever you're ready. Go round the other way when that feels good for you. Perfect. Take your right leg, bring it forward and back. Now I'm squeezing the muscles in my bottom as I go back. You might not want to lift your foot from the floor. You absolutely don't have to. So you can stay wherever it feels comfortable for you. Squeeze through. Excellent. 2 more. 1 more. Leg comes across and open. So let's allow this hip to release and be aware of how that feels for us as we move. So is anyone going to do the double this morning? Anyone going to do Pilates and then do yoga at 10:30? Or have you got to do some work? Release those feet, pedal through, loosen up. We relax the heels, anchor them. Take this other leg and you're going to come forward, forward and back. So big squeeze in the muscles in your bottom. Think about how they feel. Shoulders stay level. You're not sinking into the supporting side. Well done. We go across and open. So let's really be aware of the hip, how that feels, how you want to move. Well done. I'm going to take 1 more. Release. Feet go under the hip bones. Let's squat. Come up into balance. So our knees stay in alignment with our feet and our hips. We anchor back. And then we're going to rise up. So take a little check of your knees as you go down. Just have a look and see. Make sure they're staying in alignment. Push. Well done. Press through. I'm going to take 2 more. And then on this last one, we're going to leave the hands up. We're going to lower the heels. Inhale. Exhale and we roll. Drop the chin down on the chest. Heavy head comes forward. Hands go onto the middle of the bent legs just above the knees and let's push forward. So we come to this flat back position, gang. And then roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll through your shoulders, inhale. Either lift to the ceiling or take that baby back bend. Inhale, exhale, and we come down. Hands just above the thighs, just above the knees on the thighs, create that flat back, nice and strong. Now I'm going to give you some little variations of this, if you want to. So inhale, exhale. If anyone wants to, when you come to your flat back, we can extend one arm forward and then change over and then roll up. So your choice. Do what feels good for you. Inhale, rise. Or you could extend both arms forward. Stretch. And then roll up. Now, only if you want to, you can roll all the way down to the floor. But remember what I said about the start of the class, about if there's any issues with regards to your back, feel free to stay on the halfway point. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, exhale, we rise. Then essentially, what I want you to do is shake out the shoulders, shake out your neck, have a little bit of a release in there, and then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale. Well done. Exhale, roll down just as far as you can go. Shake out the shoulders, shake out the back, shake out the neck. We are going to take 1 more. Take your breath, and then as you exhale, we're going to roll down. We're going to come all the way down to the floor. Hands forward, feet back. Let's bend through the knees. Bend one leg and then change over to the other side. I want you to lengthen out the back of the legs. Push nice and high. Feel that stretch coming down the back of the legs. Do that as many times as you need. And if anyone needs to, then just place yourself down onto your elbows. You don't have to be on the wrists if there's any issues there. Keep the tummy pulled in tight. We're going to bring our body weight forward to a high plank. Drop the knees if you need to. Lower the body down. Baby cobra, squeeze your bottom. Only come up to full cobra if that feels good for you. Inhale, exhale, we sink that. Walk the fingertips along the floor. Inhale, as you exhale, turn the toes under, lift the hips up, lengthen out the back of the legs. Take our breath, inhale. As we exhale, bring our body weight forward, draw those shoulders away from the ears, neck is long. Lower down, inhale. Squeeze the bottom, come to baby cobra. Only come to full cobra if that feels good for you. Inhale, exhale, and come back. One more time, coming up. If you can hear anyone snoring down, it's Bentley. He's asleep in his bed and he's snoring. Those of you that followed me for a while, you know Bentley makes a lot of noise all the time. Inhale, exhale. Whether he's awake, asleep, eating, anything, he's making noise. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's step, push through. Stay back here. Walk those fingertips along the floor. So some of you might want to take your knees wider and come down. Others of you might want to have your knees closer together and come over. But be comfortable here, wherever you feel is best. Holding nice and strong. Whenever you're ready, you're going to take your hands over to the right hand side of the room. Left hand on top, head comes down low. Change over to the other side when you're ready. And then bring that back to centre. Extend away. Superb. So let's start to work through this back a little bit more. We're coming down onto the floor. I'm going to bring my arms back behind me into dart pose. Neck is lovely and long. So let's take a moment to squeeze the muscles in the bottom. We're going to come up till we feel the pull in the back. And then we lower down when you're ready. Lift and squeeze. Lower and release. If you want to, we can raise one leg as you come up. Lift and lower. Keep the arms lovely and long. Neck in alignment with your spine. So you'll notice as I'm coming up, I'm not looking up. Keep this going. Squeeze the bottom. And again, press. Really good. So squeeze and lift. I'm going to do a couple more. And then I'm going to change the hand position. Push back anytime you need to then. Bring your hands to your head. I'm going to lift, squeeze, back and lower. Lift, squeeze, back and lower. So come up, retract the shoulders, come back, lower down. Keep the abdominal muscles pulled in nice and tight for me, people. Lift, retract, back, up, squeeze. I've got two more. Pull back. And then one more. Well done. Push back, release. Remembering you're just doing as many repetitions as it feels good for you. Work as hard as you want to. Anything feels uncomfortable, you don't do. I want you to bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And let's take a couple of cat stretches here. So pull your belly button up to the ceiling, head and neck dangles down, and then belly button down to the floor and look to the ceiling. So let's take a little moment just to cat to cow. I'm just going to have a little look at the messages, guys, and make sure everyone is okay. Yeah, we all good? Good, good, good. Okay, so if you need anything, give me a shout. Cat to cow, just round up. Perfect. When that feels good for you, you're going to find that middle end position. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Now, let's take a moment just to think about the insides of our elbows. Those of you that do live classes with me will know I talk about this all the time. I'm hypermobile in my elbows, and I need to make sure that I am not flaring. No one picked that up on me the whole time I was training. So I really need to focus on pulling the insides of my elbows. They shouldn't face you, they should face each other. So I might need to turn my hands slightly. I want to feel strong through here. Brace the belly, squeeze the muscles in the bottom, and you're going to lift opposite arm to leg away. So we're coming into Superman. We're going to squeeze away. Checking we're not flaring on the inside of our elbows. So we're working into the muscles rather than into the joints. I am flexing my foot as I go back, squeezing the muscles in the bottom. And you've got an even distribution of your weight between your right and your left arm and leg, and between that knee and the hand that stays on the floor. So I want you to be really aware of not tilting. Now what I want you to do is I want you to stay on one side. You're going to bring either the hand and knee together and then push away, or the elbow and knee together and push away. You're going to do 4 repetitions here, and then you're going to change sides. So you'll come up, elbow to knee, or hand to knee. Four repetitions. When you've done your 4, you'll change sides. Now we're not going to let that back change. Keep it lovely and long. And if you want a breathing pattern here again, breathe out as you push away. So we exhale on the exertion. Take 4 more on the right and 4 more on the left, and then push back and release. So take the time as you do that. Really squeeze the muscles in the bottom. When you've done your 4 on your right, your 4 on your left, sink back and relax. Well done. Feel free to give your back a little bit of a stretch again here. Loosen that off. Perfect. And then slowly you're coming all the way round. So we're coming down into the floor. I want you to find your neutral spine as you lay here. So rock that pelvis forward and back. Just recognise how that feels in the spine, and then find that neutral position for you. Either have your arms lovely and wide, open them out like a scarecrow, or bring the arms down by your side, wherever you're comfortable. But I want you to brace your belly. Nice and strong. We lift the legs up to tabletop position. Hold strong here. Single leg stretch. Press, and then in. Now check that that knee's not coming in too close. If you extend your arms away from you and point them up towards your knees and use the heel of your hand as a focal point, so pull the fingers back. If your knee touches the heel of your hand, you're bringing that leg in too close. So we want to stay just with a little gap between our knee and the heel of our hand, being aware of how that is. When you know that's going on, you can relax the hands. I want you to push the leg away, brace the belly, and then bring it in. So there's no changing your back as you're pushing that leg away. The longer you stay out, the harder you work. So you choose. Breathe out and push. Okay, so I'm going to change this slightly. I'm going to push away. As I do it, I'm going to open to the side. Bring it back in and then replace. So I stretch my leg away. I open to the side. I bring myself in and then replace. So just see how that feels. Push, open, back and in. No change here. Flex your foot, gang, so your toes go to the ceiling. Keep the abdominals pulled in. Press, push. 2 more. One more time. Take a breather, release the legs however you feel you want to. Open that out. So we're nice and relaxed through the hips, no pressure there. One more little exercise for your tummy and then I'm kicking into a little bit more for the back. So we're going to take our legs back to our tabletop, nice and strong here. And we're going to tap, but I'm going to turn the foot. So it's like a curtsy underneath the other leg. We tilt and we release. As you turn that leg, you're opening up your pelvis. There's more of a strain on the pelvic floor muscles. They're having to work harder. To see how that feels for you. Keep holding in strong. And again, the longer you stay there, the harder you work. So abdominal muscles are really nice and firm here. Let's take 4 more. Hug the knees to the chest. Have a little bit of a breather there, gang. Well done. Release here. Rotate round on your lower back. Massage your lower spine. Go round the other way when that feels good for you. I've got one more exercise for you today and then we're stretching out. So we're going to start off with a shoulder bridge. Feet come down on the floor. They can be as wide or as narrow as you wish. Relax the hands. Now start to tilt the pelvis up into point A, back into point C. So just the pelvic tilt. Little rock here, up and down. So option 1, you're going to stay here, just with that pelvic tilt. Option 2, we come all the way up into shoulder bridge. And then lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Smooth through the spine, coccyx hits the floor, we release. And then we roll again when that feels good for us. And then lower down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Option 3, come up into your shoulder bridge. Hold up at the top, squeeze the bottom. Extend one leg, 45-degree angle. Lower down, change over to the other side. My hips do not lower. You can then roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. So however you feel. Either staying with the pelvic tilt or staying with our shoulder bridge or coming up and then extending the leg. The choice is yours. lowering down. Release through the spine. Anytime you need to, you hug your knees to your chest. I'm going to do one more. You don't have to lift the leg, remember. And then release. Okay, so hugging your knees then to your chest, have a little bit of a breather here, relax. Feel free to take the arms wide now and roll the knees from right to left. Just open up through your back. And I really want you to allow that back to relax. So take the arms really nice and wide as you roll your knees. And maybe you want to keep the feet on the floor, or maybe you want to have those legs lifted, your choice. It's entirely up to you. But allow those knees to roll over from right to left. Just loosen off. When that feels good for you, we are going to grab our bands. Now remember, if you haven't got a band, rolled up towel, a tie, a belt, anything that you can use. We're going to bring ourselves down into the floor. Lift one leg up. Let's take that around the leg, as we always do in class. Bend the knee, breathe in, and breathe out, straighten the leg. So my class tonight at 6:30 for Fitness Pilates is going to be more focused on midsection strength. So it'll be all about the tummy muscles. If you've got a mini ball and you want to use it, please do. You don't have to use it, it's entirely up to you. But it is going to be strong through the tummy. Whenever you're ready, we're going to hold that leg straight, pull that to you. Pull the leg in, now flex the foot and point the toes. And I've also got my glow dance fit coming in later as well, which will be loads of fun. We're going to hold the foot flex, pull the toes down to you, and shoot the heel up to the ceiling. It's a nice deep stretch going down the back of that leg. Whenever you're ready, turn the toes at the angle. They point towards your opposite shoulder, let the heel flare out to the corner of the room. We're going to pull on that leg just a little bit more. Open out that side of the hip, the side of the calf as you're coming through. Turn the foot the other way whenever you want. Heel comes in, toes go wide, and we think about how that feels as we pull this leg to us. Out of those three positions, notice which you feel the most stretch. So was it with your foot parallel? Was it with your toes turned in? Or is it with your toes turned out? Which is the deepest stretch for you? I want you to do that deepest stretch again and just hold there for a little bit longer. We're going to hold on with our right hand only. Inhale, exhale, open this leg wide to the side. Pelvis stays level, extend the supporting leg down to the floor if you want. Otherwise you can keep that leg bent. But you're not going to tilt, you're not going to let this hip lift. Holding nice and strong. Now still pull on your band and feel that stretch coming in through the inner thigh. Bless me. That's not very nice, just because I'm looking up at the sun. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, lift. We're bringing that all the way through. Opening up through our outer thigh. Shoulder comes in connection with the floor here. Feel free to bend the knee as much as you want to, or straighten your leg. It's entirely up to you. And then whenever that feels right for you, we lift the leg up. Head and shoulders can come off the floor if you want to. Feel that stretch here. And then slowly release. Change the legs over, other side. So we're going to bend the knee and straighten the leg. Feeling that strength just coming down the back of the leg and then letting it release. Well done. We're holding that leg straight. We're going to gradually pull this leg in. I'm going to flex the foot and point the toes. Just allowing the back of the calf, the Achilles and the ankle to release. Whenever you're ready with holding that foot flex, pull the toes down to you. Shoot the heel to the ceiling and hold here. Whenever you're ready, turn the toes in, allow the heel to flare just to the corner of the room. Gently pull on that band, just a little bit more. Return the foot the other way, heel in, toes go wide. Pull on the band again here. Notice how that feels for you. Keep the abdominal muscles in strong. Again, notice out of those three positions, which do you feel is the best for you? So stay with the direction that you prefer. Is it toes in? Is it parallel? Is it toes out? We're going to hold on here with our left hand only. Open this leg wide to the side. Remember, pelvis stays level, so you can extend the other leg if you want, or you can keep that knee bent. But you are going to keep your pelvis pushed down into the ground. Feel the stretch coming in through your inner thigh. We bring the leg back. We switch the hands over, not the feet. Pull the leg across, allow the hip to lift. Open out through the outer thigh, the bottom, the lower back. This shoulder comes down into the ground. We take our breath, inhale. As we exhale, lift the leg up to the ceiling. Feel that deeper stretch come down the back of the leg. And then release. Take a full body stretch, lengthen everything away. Gently hug the knees back to your chest, take a rock. Slowly rotate round on your lower back, massage your lower spine. Go round both directions. Uncross the feet, cross them the other way and do your rotations again. Rotating in both directions. We're going to take a little rock that's going to bring us up to sitting. Sit comfy for you. Take a moment to relax the neck. Head over to one shoulder and feel the stretch. Roll the head down and round. Over to the other side. Just alternate another couple of times. Loosen off that neck. Drop the chin down on the chest. And then look up to the ceiling. Do that again whenever you're ready. From here we take one hand down, the other hand over and stretch the waist. Change over anytime you're ready. The hands are going to come back behind you. We lift the chest and squeeze and lift the ceiling. Slowly bring yourself around to your calf stretch. Lengthen out the back of the legs again. Feel free to pedal through the feet if you want. Holding both legs straight whenever that feels good for you, we walk the hands back to our feet. Recorrect the feet under the pelvic bones. Inhale, exhale, we rise. We inhale, lift. Exhale and you roll, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head drops down low. Coming over just as far as that feels good for you. Relax the back, relax the shoulders. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, and roll out when you're ready. We release the arms, roll the shoulders. So again, take a breath, inhale. As you exhale down, find your perfect Pilates posture. Everything back into alignment for you. Take another breath, inhale. Also, I've still got 9 people with me. How amazing, good stuff. And one more time, inhale. And as you exhale, just really feel this sense of strength, but also this sense of peace and calm that you've created.